What is going on, my Concise Conversation family? I hope you guys are all doing well today on this fine Tuesday, June 21st. The start of Cancer season, the summer solstice. It's a big day today. I'm feeling great, energized, and ready to start my day. So I just wanted to come to you guys with a quick video, something that's been on my mind in the past couple days. And I was going to make a video on it, and then I realized it's a thought-provoking question. So I'm coming to you all with a new thought-provoking question, and that question is, why do we work so hard? And I feel like this is something that I've thought about for a long time, because personally, like, I've seen my father work a lot, and for the same job for 15, 20 years, and I know that's a very common experience for a lot of other people. And even people our age, my age, like, for instance, I have a friend named Christina, and she told me one time that she was working 60 hours a week, and I was like, girl, what? Like, if you know me, you know that, number one, I don't like work. I like doing things, I like completing things, but I don't like the structure of work, especially in this country. And number two, I just feel like we're just running ourselves to death. Like, if we really think about how much time we spend in our lives going to work, it's a very significant portion of our lives, and a lot of that time is spent being miserable, So that's something that I've always told myself that I will not do, like black and white. I'm not going to do that. But I think overall, the way that we're conditioned is to go to a job, stay there, put in your hours, and then, retire at 50, 60, and then start enjoying your life, And I think that formula is so outdated. I feel like we have seen now that that way of living really, again, drives you to death, where you finish working and you realize that sometimes you don't really have anything to show for it, and you didn't even have a good time, So I just want to talk about, like, the way that I would want to see myself working in the future, and the reason why we have this mentality. So I'll start with the second part. Over the time that I feel like I've been learning about just life, I mean, obviously my whole life, but especially this last year, I feel like I've learned a lot about reality and, like, what life actually is. And I feel like a big lesson that I've learned is that the same way that we see nature, and hey, not to get all spiritual on you guys, but the same way that we see nature having its 4 seasons, we have disconnected ourselves from nature in the fact that we don't see ourselves going through seasons of life either, And I think the season of life that we have conditioned ourselves to always be in is spring, let's say, blooming, flourishing, producing things. And I feel like that's unrealistic, when in reality, we also have to go through winter. We also have to go through a death and rebirth and rejuvenation period, And I think the dangers in seeing ourselves in bloom all the time is that we deal with burnout. We deal with lack of feeling that we are at our highest potential. We deal with not feeling like we are on par where we're supposed to be. And there's no deadline. There's no timeline. I feel like allowing yourself to flow through the seasons of life with grace is a way that you're going to see your production on the other end, because there's times where you can't be productive because you're burnt out, you're tired. And I think our society teaches us to push through that. Just keep going, just keep swimming. And when in reality, no, rest, take time, be by yourself, relax. And I understand that those things are hard to do in a society where money is money moves life. So I understand that there are times where you have to push through, and you have to go to work, and you have a family to support, and you have yourself to support. But I think overall, in an ideal society, we would allow ourselves to have a time for rest and have a time for rejuvenation. So in my own life, I, first of all, do not see myself working for a long time. That's just point blank, period. Like, an 8-hour shift for me, bruh, I can't do that, just personally. But overall, I want to work in different ways, like such as YouTube, such as pouring myself into my creative interests and creative passions. And I think those things are the things that should make you money, because at the end of the day, everyone has their own interests. Everyone has something that they can bring to the table that someone else cannot bring. And I feel like that should be the things, those should be the things that we enhance in people, and we say, hey, go find a job doing this. And I think that would make everyone's lives so much better. But we are trapped in the way that we work jobs that I feel like, number one, a lot of them are getting automated. So that to me shows that these aren't jobs that I feel as if those people should be working, or not should be working, but I just feel when I see people working, I always think, damn, what would you be doing if you didn't have to go to work? And I think that's what you should be getting paid for. Because again, everyone has a certain thing that they can bring that no one else can. And for me, I want to get paid doing that thing, which is why I have this platform, which is why I try to delve into my creative interests, because those are things that you can get monetarily, paid for. So I just think that our society of working right now is just very outdated, and I'm a personal advocate for that. It's killing people, not only physically, but mentally, spiritually, emotionally, all that. So my advice, if you're able to, try to really take time to figure out what are your passions and what are your interests. And I think the same drive and the same motivation and energy that you spend going to work and getting a paycheck should be the same energy, drive, and motivation that you invest into your passions. I think once the flip of that switch actually happens, you will really see that you can get paid for doing something that you love to do. So that's my little spiel on why we work so hard and why this shit ain't right. This shit just ain't right. But I hope you guys are having a good day, and I will talk to you later. Peace out.